And then I don't understand why people would be so dismissive of her achievements every step of the way. And it's not like, oh, you have to bow down or say anything like that. But I mean, a simple congratulations. Welcome to Moreau Sports Media. Today, we're diving into the controversy surrounding Caitlin Clark's Time Athlete of the Year honor. While the recognition has elevated women's basketball, Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson argues it should reflect the league's collective talent. This sparked a huge conversation about race, representation, and the balance between individual and team accolades in the WNBA. Let's jump into it. First and foremost, what a wonderful accomplishment by Time Magazine to give Caitlin Clark this honor. And she is the second professional basketball player of all time behind LeBron James to win this award. Now, there are a lot of different people who had different ideas and different concepts around this. Cheryl Swoops mentioned she wanted to know the criteria and why wasn't Asia Wilson a candidate for this award. There's just been a lot of different people just asking different questions around the criteria for this award and how they came to this answer. But because Caitlin did win this award, it really does put the WNBA on a bigger platform. As the fastest growing brand in the United States, it continues to elevate the sport and the rest of the players that play within the sport. And I believe that's where Sheila Johnson came in. She had a lot of different words, such as this.
It has taken the WNBA almost 28 years to get to the point where we are now. And this year, something clicked with the WNBA, and it's because of the draft of the players that came in. It's just not Caitlin Clark. It's Reese. We have so much talent out there that has been unrecognized. And I don't think we can just pin it on one player.
Has been, this phrase has been couched, hasn't it? The Caitlin Clark effect. Why do you think that has been the case?
Well, I want to be very diplomatic about this. It's just the structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented, and they never got the recognition that they should have. And I think right now, it is time for that to happen. So last night, we read Time Magazine, where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover?
And what she was speaking about when she said those things is she wishes that the WNBA as a whole would have been selected as the Athlete of the Year, but that's not how that award works. First and foremost, I'm not sure what Caitlin Clark has done to deserve such, and I'm not even gonna say disdain, but criticism from fans, from media members, from owners, GMs, coaches, play. I have no clue what it is with this young woman, why she gets so much pushback for anything that she might achieve and just hate. And for me, I've always asked that question. I'm like, what has she done except for just shut her mouth and go play basketball and then just do the damn thing? I mean, she barely gets in trouble. She's not in any she doesn't do anything. Like she literally does nothing except for just plays basketball. And I can count the amount of athletes, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. I mean, even like LeBron. LeBron gets hate, but who do nothing and they just literally just go play and then I for me I just don't understand that. But more importantly, what this reminds me of a lot of is LeBron. So when LeBron James was first coming up and he was 18 and he was signing $100 million contract with Nike and he was getting this $500,000 Hummer and getting throwback jerseys, a lot of people when he was walking to the NBA, they had a lot of disdain for him. He had a broken nose. He was getting hit hard. He had to earn his teammates' respect. And it just was like a lot. It's like a little bit of, there's some parallels between the two because similar to LeBron, Caitlin has elevated the WNBA to a new platform. And just like Bron did in '03 till now, he brought the NBA into the digital platform and this new era in which we see it now. Now, with Sheila Johnson's stance, I don't feel like it's wrong, meaning like it's not just Caitlin. And yes, let me just say this. The spotlight is on Caitlin because she is arguably the best player in this modern era that's walked in the game in the last maybe 10, 15 years. And especially from the guard position, it's not even a question. But I mean, there are other players that people do enjoy watching, such as Angel Reese such as Cameron Brink, such as Rakia Jackson. I mean, it's this entire rookie class was really stout. But obviously the headliner, it's just like a headliner of a concert. And that doesn't diminish everyone else that played in the concert. That doesn't diminish their talent or their value to the sport because the headliner is getting the attention. That's why they're the headliner. For the Mystics, I mean, they sold out both of their games when they played, and they had to move their arena to NBA facilities in order to facilitate a bunch of people walking into their stands. So, I mean, again, I don't understand it from that standpoint. And I don't think she has disdain, but what she was trying to do is just highlight everyone else in the WNBA and just kind of give them their recognition the same way that Caitlyn says she wants to elevate black women. And then there's this other faction of people who say like, oh, she's pandering or she's doing this and doing that, and the WNBA is bullying her. First of all, can we just get back to the basketball topics of these sports? Because like all of this noise is just kind of killing the. It's not killing it, but it just takes away from the game in which a lot of fans like myself enjoy watching and enjoy playing and reading about and learning about. Because this discourse is a bunch of nothing. Like we're talking about the fact that she wants to elevate black women, and that's a talking point today. And that's a talking point. Like I don't understand it, and I don't understand why people are so upset about her saying it, and then I don't understand why people would be so dismissive of her achievements every step of the way. And it's not like, oh, you have to bow down or say anything like that. But I mean, a simple congratulations, thank you for that's such an honor. It's great that she won this award. I mean, it's simple. I don't see why there's such a problem with just saying she's a good player or she's a great player. Like there's nothing wrong with saying Kaylin is a great player. So for me it was just a little odd, to say the least, because it didn't make much sense that the people were, I guess people have been so dismissive of her rookie year, especially when she's done a lot for the sport on and off the court, bringing notoriety, bringing new fans, bringing people, merchandise, ticket sales. Like she's done a lot for the sport, and that's just because of who she is as a player. So I don't get it. And then even when Caitlyn acknowledges that there is a certain level of privilege because she is a white American, she's still getting pushback for it. So it's like there's nothing she can say or nothing she can't say that somebody will have an issue with. And for me, it's insane because I'm like, what is she really saying? This is what she had to say with Cari Champion.
Yeah, your announcement for Athlete of the Year, like tremendous, incredible positive feedback. That's what we've seen across the board. There's always going to be some negativity. And I feel like you have had to answer more questions than anybody about the intersectionality of race and gender and sexuality in sport because of just who you are and you represent the growth of this thing. Mm-hmm. And even earlier today, Megyn Kelly, she was saying that you were apologizing for your white privilege and the fact that you wanted to uplift black female athletes and make sure that they were getting the shine, kind of like your pioneers were getting the shine that they deserved. And I just want to know how you feel or how you respond to some of those criticisms when you have to deal with something that it's really not your problem. Like, I feel like it's them looking in a mirror a little bit,
Yeah.
but it still comes down on your shoulders.
I feel like I always have had really good perspective on everything that's kind of happened in my life, whether that's been good, whether that's been bad. And then obviously coming to the WNBA, like I've said, I feel like I've earned every single thing that's happened to me over the course of my career. But also, I grew up a fan of this league from a very young age. Like, my favorite player was Maya Moore. Like, I know what this league was about. And like I said, like, it's only been around 25 plus years. So I know there's been so many amazing black women that have been in this league, and continuing to uplift them, I think, is very important. And that's something I'm very aware of. And like I said, like, I try to just be real and authentic and, share my truth. And I think that's very easy for me. Like, I'm very comfortable in my own skin. And that's kind of been how it is my entire life.
Yes.
And the fact that she's gone out of her way several times to denounce racism, she's gone out of her way to say, hey, people shouldn't be using her name for agendas and all of these types of nonsense. I mean, like, what more do you want her to do? I don't understand half of the drama surrounding the WNBA for whatever reason. Maybe it's the off season and people need something to talk about. I have no clue, but for me, can we just hurry up and get back to the basketball point of this? Because we're talking and arguing, and people are arguing in circles about a lot to do with nothing. To Sheila Johnson's point, and maybe why her stance was this, is that she feels like black players are being overlooked, and maybe she feels like Asia Wilson, who arguably, honestly, won an Olympic gold. Obviously, she won the Finals MVP. I mean, Asia Wilson had a damn good year too, and she could have been named for this award. I mean, maybe that's her point, her talking point, because Asia literally had a solid case. But I'm like, is it the fact that Caitlyn won it and Asia didn't, that now she has to have this type of disdain amongst people as if she were the one who voted for herself to win this award? Why not boycott time versus just get mad at like the messenger or the person that's getting the honor? So it's weird because like when we speak about like jealousy and just the fact that people are like coming at this woman's neck, I mean like it's odd. This is just odd because I mean I have seen it before. Like I said, was like LeBron. When LeBron came in, there were a lot of different people that were like, oh no, he's not this, he's not that, blah 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 blah. And it's just a matter of time. They got to just continue to play out the game and just let them go and move forward. This is going to spark another debate about privilege, no matter anything that she does in the league. For her, she's just going to have to really just really just kill. She's going to really have to just kill, like, to a different level of killing, because until she could just really dominate and show people that, hey, even though there might be some privilege attached to her name, she's getting these awards because she is that dominant of a player. It's not going to, it's not going to change. But shout out to the other women that are in this WNBA: Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Natasha Cloud, Diana Taurasi, Rakia Jackson, Leah Rue, and just the fact that we're able, Alyssa Thomas, and the fact that we're able to just watch these collective group of women play in this league and just really elevate it and bring it to a different level for all of their different respective reasons. So what are your thoughts about this entire drama-filled conversation? And let me know what y'all think. I'd love to hear what y'all got to say about this. And don't forget to subscribe, y'all.